Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Howard's Opinion, the podcast where we dive into the world of sports and bring you the most compelling stories, analysis, and debates. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. As we kick off this episode, we're going to tackle a topic that's been gaining momentum in the world of soccer, the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup. Now, I know what you're thinking. June may seem like a long way off, but trust me, folks, this tournament is shaping up to be one for the ages. We've got Tom Brady, the legendary NFL quarterback, weighing in on the excitement surrounding the World Cup. As a minority owner of English Championship club Birmingham City FC and a recent guest at an AC Milan match, Brady's no stranger to the beautiful game. And let me tell you, he's bullish on the growth of soccer in America. Brady points to the success of the U.S. women's national team, which has won 4 FIFA Women's World Cups and 5 Olympic gold medals, as evidence that the appetite for soccer is huge in this country. He also notes that every kid in America grows up playing soccer, whether it's on the schoolyard or in local leagues. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, but Howard, what about the men's team? Well, let me tell you, they've got their work cut out for them. The USA was eliminated in the round of 16 in the 2022 World Cup and failed to advance past the group stage in the 2024 Copa America. But with a new manager at the helm, Mauricio Pochettino, and a talented young squad, there's reason to be optimistic. Brady also had some kind words for FIFA President Gianni Infantino, praising his leadership and commitment to making soccer a more inclusive sport. And let's not forget, folks, this World Cup is going to be huge. 48 countries competing, millions of fans watching around the world. It's going to be a spectacle like no other. So, as we count down to June 11th, when the tournament kicks off, we'll be bringing you all the latest news, analysis, and insights on Howard's Opinion. We'll have expert guests, player profiles, and of course, my own opinions on all things soccer. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're diving into a fascinating story that's got everyone talking. You might have heard about the U.S. men's hockey team's recent visit to the White House, where they were congratulated by President Trump on their Olympic gold medal win. But what's really interesting is the controversy surrounding the women's hockey team, who also won gold but declined the invitation to the White House. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just a visit to the White House. But let me tell you, this story goes deeper than that. The women's team has been facing backlash for not accepting the invitation, with some people saying they're being unpatriotic or ungrateful. But the team has cited scheduling conflicts and previous commitments as the reason for declining. I've got to say, I think it's ridiculous that the women's team is being criticized for making this decision. They've worked just as hard as the men's team to achieve their gold medal win, and they deserve just as much respect and admiration. And let's be real, the White House visit is not exactly a neutral or apolitical event. It's a highly politicized setting, and I think it's completely understandable that the women's team might not want to get caught up in all that. But what really gets my goat is the way some people are trying to pit the men's and women's teams against each other. The Hughes brothers, Jack and Quinn, who play for the men's team, have been getting backlash on social media for accepting the White House invitation, and their mom, Ellen, has been speaking out about how proud she is of both teams and how they can bring unity to the country. I think that's a great point. At the end of the day, these athletes are all representing the United States, regardless of whether they're men or women, and they deserve our support and respect. So let's try to keep things in perspective and not get too caught up in the politics of it all. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. Today, we've been discussing a wide range of topics, from current events to social issues. But as we wrap up this episode, I want to talk about something that's been making headlines in the world of sports, the upcoming rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't these two legends already face off back in 2015? Yes, they did, and Mayweather won by unanimous decision. But it seems that both fighters are coming out of retirement to give it another shot. The question on everyone's mind is, why now? Mayweather, who officially retired with a record of 50 DIO, has been participating in exhibition bouts since his last official fight against Conor McGregor in 2017. Meanwhile, Pacquiao, who retired in 2021, made a comeback last year and fought to a majority draw against Mario Barrios. So, what can we expect from this rematch? Well, according to the odds, Mayweather is currently favored to win at 175, while Pacquiao is at plus 150. But let's be real, folks. At their ages, both fighters are well past their primes. This fight is more about nostalgia and entertainment than it is about determining who's the better boxer. The rematch is scheduled to take place on September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas, and I have to admit, I'm curious to see how it all plays out. Will Pacquiao be able to pull off an upset and prove that he still has what it takes? Or will Mayweather solidify his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This fight is going to be a huge event, with millions of people tuning in to watch. And who knows, maybe we'll even see some other big names in attendance, like Mike Tyson, who's scheduled to face Mayweather in an exhibition bout just a few months before the rematch. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep your head in the game.